Travis Kelce proposes to girlfriend Taylor Swift on a romantic balloon flight on Valentine's Day. Travis Kelce and his girlfriend Taylor Swift planned an unforgettable Valentine's Day, an intimate hot air balloon adventure, soaring above endless green fields and rolling mountains, sharing a magical moment high in the sky. On the morning of February 14th, Travis Kelce was ready. He had planned everything down to the smallest detail, wanting to make this day truly special for Taylor. She only knew they were going somewhere exciting, but she had no idea about the grand surprise he had in store. Their relationship had been public for nearly 2 years now, and this moment would mark a new chapter in their love story. Travis had prepared meticulously for their trip. The hot air balloon was decorated with flowing red and black silk ribbons that danced in the wind. A professional pilot ensured that the flight would be smooth and safe. Taylor Swift, radiant in a flowing black dress, gazed up at the vast blue sky, her eyes shining with excitement. Then she turned to Travis, her face glowing with love and anticipation. Travis, looking every bit like a prince, wore a sharp black suit with a crisp white shirt underneath. Holding his girlfriend in the middle of the open sky, he pulled her closer, planting a soft kiss on her forehead. "With you," he whispered, "I always want to do the most special things." After a few moments of final preparations, the couple tightly held hands as the flame ignited and the balloon slowly began to rise. The landscape below started to shrink, with green fields blending into beautiful patches of color under the warm sunlight. Travis wrapped his arms around Taylor's waist, holding her close. They got lost in sweet and intimate conversations, their laughter filling the open air. Taylor looked up at him, her eyes filled with pure happiness. "This is even more wonderful than I imagined," she said softly. A gentle breeze ran through her golden hair as they floated higher, looking down at the small towns scattered below. The world felt peaceful, as if it was made just for the two of them in that moment. After a while, Travis reached into his jacket pocket and slowly pulled out a small velvet box. Taylor's eyes widened as her heartbeat quickened. She had dreamed about this moment, but now that it was happening, it felt even more magical. With warmth in his voice, Travis spoke. "Taylor, you are the one who makes me feel complete. The one who has given me the most beautiful days. I don't just want to be with you today. I want to be with you forever." He opened the box to reveal a stunning diamond ring, engraved with the numbers 1387. A wave of emotion washed over Taylor, and happy tears filled her eyes. She looked at him, overwhelmed with joy. "Travis, I love you," she whispered, her voice trembling with emotion. Travis gently slid the ring onto her finger before pulling her into his arms. They shared a tender kiss, surrounded by nothing but the endless sky and floating clouds. In that moment, their love felt limitless. After the heartfelt proposal, they celebrated with a small, intimate party right there in the hot air balloon. Travis had thoughtfully prepared everything in advance: glasses of red wine, chocolate-covered strawberries, and delicate, colorful macarons. As they enjoyed their treats, Taylor rested her head on Travis's shoulder and sighed blissfully. "This is probably the best Valentine's Day of my life," she murmured. Travis smiled, giving her hand a gentle squeeze. "And there are so many more Valentine's Days waiting for us ahead," he said softly. As they floated high above the world, they savored every second of their love story, letting their happiness drift through the sky like the soft, billowy clouds. It was a Valentine's Day they would never forget, one that marked a forever kind of love. Travis gently squeezed Taylor's hand, looking into her eyes. "And there are many more Valentine's Days waiting for us ahead," he whispered. Floating high in the sky, they savored every moment, their love spreading like soft white clouds drifting past. This Valentine's Day was not just romantic, it was an unforgettable mark in their hearts. After more than a year of dating, Travis, Kelce and Taylor Swift finally had the perfect chance to celebrate their first Valentine's Day together. Travis had just finished a demanding season with the Kansas City Chiefs, a season that ended without a championship after a tough loss to the Philadelphia Eagles. Meanwhile, Taylor had wrapped up her grueling tour, making this the ideal time for them to escape and share some well-deserved time together. Travis, known for his humor but also his romantic side, planned a surprise getaway that Taylor had no clue about. He secretly reached out to her team, ensuring that February 14th would be completely free of work commitments. Taylor, who adored surprises, had a feeling her boyfriend had something planned, but she never expected the sheer level of effort and thoughtfulness he had put into it. As the evening sky turned a deep shade, of Violet Taylor, overwhelmed with love, leaned in and showered Travis with sweet kisses. Then, with a warm smile, she picked up her guitar and started strumming a soft melody. In her angelic voice, she sang a heartfelt song, recounting their love story, from the day they first met to this breathtaking moment in the sky. Travis, a tough and powerful athlete on the field, found himself moved beyond words. His eyes shimmered with emotion as he listened to Taylor pour her heart into the song. He realized that this moment, floating above the world with the woman he loved, was one of the most beautiful experiences of his life. Their first Valentine's Day together wasn't about grand gestures or extravagant gifts. It was about something far more meaningful. It was about being themselves, loving freely, and cherishing each other in the purest way possible. Their love story had entered a new chapter, one that was deeper and sweeter than ever before. Since they began dating in 2023, Travis Kelce and Taylor Swift had become one of the most talked about couples in the world. Their relationship captivated the media and fans alike, making headlines across both sports and entertainment. When Taylor Swift was spotted at the Caesars Superdome in New Orleans, cheering for Travis and the Kansas City Chiefs, it was a moment that caught the attention of millions. The public fascination with their romance only grew stronger, with many people calling them America's royal couple. The fusion of a global pop icon and an elite NFL star created a unique crossover, drawing in fans from both the music and sports worlds. Their bond was undeniable, and their unwavering support for each other made their love story all the more inspiring. Despite their hectic schedules, they always made time for one another. Taylor attended Travis's games, standing in the crowd, cheering him on with pride. Meanwhile, Travis traveled across the world to be by Taylor's side during her Eras tour. Their love was evident in every moment they shared, proving that no amount of distance or fame could weaken their connection. After a challenging season with the Chiefs, Travis began thinking deeply about his future. At 35, he knew that his time on the field was limited, and retirement was something he had to seriously consider. But football wasn't the only thing on his mind. He was also thinking about a future with Taylor, a future that included a home and possibly a family. One quiet evening, in the warmth of their New York City mansion, they shared a simple, intimate moment. After preparing dinner together, they curled up on the couch, rewatching some of the best moments from Travis's season. As they sat close, Taylor gently turned to him and asked, "Have you thought about what comes next after football?" Travis took a deep breath, thinking for a moment before replying, "I think about it a lot. I love football, but I also want a family, a peaceful life. With you." Taylor's heart melted at his words. She reached for his hand and smiled. "Have you ever thought about having kids?" she asked softly. Travis let out a small chuckle, but his eyes were full of sincerity. "Honestly, yeah, I've thought about it. I want to be a great father, and if it's with you, I couldn't ask for anything more." Taylor was deeply moved. She rested her head against his shoulder, feeling a sense of warmth and security she had never known. Before, she had experienced so much in her life, the highs and lows of fame, heartbreak, and success, but nothing made her feel as safe and loved as she did with Travis. She sighed happily and whispered, "Then after you retire, we can start thinking about it seriously." Travis nodded, his heart filled with hope and excitement. For him, the future was no longer just about winning championships or breaking records. It was about something even greater. A home, a family, and a lifetime of love with Taylor. As the world speculated about his future in the NFL, Travis knew one thing for sure. His next chapter, whether on the field or off, would be written with Taylor Swift by his side. Travis gently squeezed Taylor's hand and smiled. "And there are so many more Valentine's Days ahead of us," he whispered. They floated high above the earth, wrapped in each other's warmth, letting their love drift, like the soft white clouds passing by. This Valentine's Day wasn't just romantic, it was a moment that would stay in their hearts forever. After dating for more than a year, This was the first Valentine's Day. Travis Kelce and Taylor Swift could truly celebrate together. With Travis finishing a long season that ended in heartbreak, losing the championship after the Chiefs' defeat to the Philadelphia Eagles, and Taylor completing her grueling tour, this was the perfect moment for them to take a break and cherish their love. Travis, always the playful yet deeply romantic partner, planned the entire day without Taylor knowing. He secretly reached out to her team to ensure that February 14th was completely free of work commitments. Taylor, who adored surprises, had a feeling that her boyfriend had something special planned, but she never imagined just how thoughtful and magical it would be. In the warmth of the golden sunrise, Taylor pulled Travis close and showered him with sweet kisses. She picked up her guitar, her voice soft and melodic, singing about their journey together, from the moment they met to the love they shared now. Travis, a tough warrior on the field, felt his heart swell with emotion. He gazed at Taylor, his eyes full of admiration, realizing that this moment was one of the most beautiful of his life. Their first Valentine's Day together wasn't about extravagant gestures. It was about the meaning behind it, a day where they could simply be themselves, love freely, and celebrate the bond they had built. And so, their love story entered a new chapter, one even sweeter and deeper than before. Travis Kelce and Taylor Swift had quickly become one of the most talked about couples since they started dating in 2023. Their relationship wasn't just a topic for the media. It had created a unique crossover between the worlds of music and sports. Taylor was seen cheering for Travis at the Caesars Superdome in New Orleans, supporting the Kansas City Chiefs, while Travis attended her concerts, blending two passionate fan bases. Fans and media alike had even dubbed them America's royal couple. Despite their hectic schedules, their love only grew stronger. They attended events together, showed up for each other in their professional careers, and proved that their relationship was more than just a headline. It was real, deep, and inspiring. As Travis Kelce faced the aftermath of a tough season, he found himself reflecting on his future. At 35, he knew his time in the NFL was limited, and retirement was something he needed to consider. But football wasn't the only thing on his mind. He was also thinking about building a life with Taylor. Even with their busy lives, they always made time for one another. Taylor made it a priority to attend Travis's games, and he traveled across the world to support her on tour. One evening, while relaxing in their cozy New York City home, cooking dinner together, Taylor gently asked, "Have you thought about what comes next after football?" Travis paused for a moment before answering, "I think about it a lot. I love football, but I also want a family, a peaceful life with you." Taylor smiled, intertwining her fingers with his. "Have you ever thought about having kids?" Travis chuckled, his eyes twinkling with sincerity. "Honestly, yeah. I want to be a great father, and if it's with you, then I couldn't ask for anything more." Taylor's heart melted. She leaned her head against his shoulder, feeling an overwhelming sense of love and security. She had been through many ups and downs in life, but with Travis, she felt truly safe and cherished. "Then, after you retire, we can start thinking about it seriously," she said softly. Travis nodded, his heart swelling with hope. For him, the future wasn't just about trophies or personal achievements. It was about creating a home with the woman he loved and the family they would one day build together. However, Travis's future in the NFL remained uncertain. Following the Chiefs' tough loss in Super Bowl 59 to the Philadelphia Eagles, the Kansas City Chiefs reportedly gave him a deadline to decide on his future. According to The Athletic, the team wanted an answer by March 14th, whether he would retire or continue playing for another season. Rumors of his potential retirement spread quickly after the crushing 40-22 defeat. As a four-time and reigning Super Bowl champion, the loss hit hard, making the decision even tougher. His contract with the Chiefs was still active through the 2025 season and included a $1.5 million roster bonus due on March 15th. With the NFL free agency period beginning on March 10th, The clock was ticking for Travis to make his choice. Chiefs quarterback Patrick Mahomes, 29, was asked about Travis's future during a post-Super Bowl press conference. "I'm going to let Travis make that decision on his own," Mahomes said, acknowledging that his teammate deserved time to rest and reflect after a long season. "He's given so much to this team and to the NFL. He's been such a joy, not just for me as a teammate, but for everyone who watches him play." Travis addressed the swirling speculation on his podcast, New Heights, which he co-hosts with his brother, Eagles center Jason Kelce. In the episode released on February 12th, just 3 days after the Super Bowl loss, he responded to the retirement rumors. "I know everyone wants to know if I'll be playing next year," Travis said. "Right now, I'm not making any crazy decisions. I'm just taking my time, kicking everything down the road and focusing on being there for my teammates." As the weeks ahead unfold, Travis Kelce will have to make one of the biggest decisions of his career. But no matter what, one thing is clear: his future with Taylor Swift is just beginning.